The first thing to note of is who wins the coin toss, and it is gonna be XDG LXIX. If the internet connection is not gonna be on their side, at least luck will be for a little bit. They will win the coin toss, allowing them to pick 3 out of these 5. Max, Hardpoint, Domination, as well as Search and Destroy. Raid Crash will be banned out. XDG says for game number 1, let's drop into a little place called Firing Range, which they just love so much.
Oh, we already know that XDG really loves firing range, so it's very smart for them to play this one, especially knowing how well they played a while ago. And that was supposed to be their match. They were supposed to win that one, but unfortunately stuff happened. And right now they're going to be taking it back, that vengeance that they wanted from that hardpoint match, and heading over to Search and Destroy. Crossfire and Tunisia are going to be banned. And knowing how well, Tunisia is going to be played, it's going to be firing range yet again. What a smart choice for GAIJIN INVICTA to cross out Tunisia, because we don't want to see that again. If you see XDG in Tunisia, you best go run away.
Yeah, I think these two teams, they're just going to stick with firing range throughout the whole 5 series in here. Let's see. Domination, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If one of them might just ban out firing range, they don't. XDG should be able to drag us back in here. It could also be Summit. Let's see exactly where they want to bring us into. And it will be Raid, where we play Domination, Beef.
Yep, exactly. And we can already know that GAIJIN INVICTA also does well in raid domination as well. GAIJIN INVICTA really shines in respawn game mode, so it's going to be difficult for them to actually, get into it, especially knowing how XDG faltered a while ago, and having that mindset of losing all of those games due to the poor connection can really hurt someone's psychology. And this is where composure comes into play. Now knowing that you have that disadvantage, we're going to be seeing how good XDG really is as a team if they're able to pull through at least one game into this series. And GAIJIN INVICTA will definitely take advantage of that.
Okay, now let's see map number 4 and 5. We still have Hardpoint as well as Search and Destroy if it goes that far. Nuketown will be picked by GAIJIN INVICTA just to make things a little bit more interesting. And XDG for the final game will bring us into a map, most probably firing. No, it will be Crash for the Search and Destroy. Now, high probability we will not be dropping into match number 5 here. Best case scenario into match number 4. Map number 4, firing range. First 2 maps in here. Which one do you think GAIJIN INVICTA will be able to exert more pressure onto XDG here, Beef?
Most definitely, I think it's going to be raid domination. Summit and Crash will be banned. So knowing that all of that is going to be banned and they're going to be playing in raid, and they've been having such an amazing time in raid so far, especially when they have that. Whoever's going to be against GAIJIN INVICTA in raid is going to have a really, really hard time. And even though that it was picked by that team, it's going to be interesting how they actually play here. And we can see here, it's not going to be Velvet. No, that's not Velvet. Okay, guys, that's not Velvet. It's actually going to be GAIJIN INVICTA against XDG LXIX.
Okay, now XDG in blue and it'll be GAIJIN in red. That is just a mental note to myself because I keep confusing it these past couple of days. I have no idea why. I'm not turning colorblind. I'm just probably turning slightly stupider than I am. 37 in here, hardpoint contested, and it will be GAIJIN INVICTA in here to pick those points up. Ellen will be challenged and the swap around will drop right through. Devi cannot do anything and XDG will continue to pick those points up for themselves. Tokyo just gliding up into a power position, seeing if or not the second floor of auto repair will be able to pull the point back for her. She was correct, but that was an amazing response from the side of XDG.
Yep, exactly. And right now, such an amazing push here by GAIJIN INVICTA. They did so well in that P1, and that rotation off of P2 is going to be absolutely amazing. And GAIJIN doing such a good job with everything from gunfights to rotations. And they're winning all of this. And it's going to be important how all of these girls from XDG get to really comply. They shouldn't comply at all. They need to go in there for the kill and really have those, dominating rounds that they've been having so far. And right now, they finally have that hard point, and they are going to be positioning themselves as slayers. And one person is going to be staying here as that OBJ, but Consta is going to be for that defense.
Okay, Consta picking up the slack for her team. And it is gonna be XDG pushing on with the points. 39-36, not much in between the two. GAIJIN Mia dropping in with the shots. QQ9 to the back. Will be able to stand for a couple of seconds before XDG. Yaki will be able to just slay her where she stands. Debbie dropping in. Man of War turns to the left and manages to get the hard point away. But Afia with the backstab will ensure that XDG continue raking these points up. This time, there is a difference in the way XDG plays these games. They are not giving away any scrap points at all. And the next battle will be at hardpoint number 3, the White Warehouse. Tokyo drops in with an amazing shot, but unfortunately will get shut down by Yaki as well, as XDG will continue to ravage these points at the White Warehouse.
Trailer defense is key over here, and looking at all of the operator skills that they have, you can see that GAIJIN has a little bit more of like that one defender that they have. Ellen is going to be important for this hard point if she does bring out that shield. Now getting all of these points over here, they were having like a hard time to actually defend here, and XDG doing such a good job at that attack, going in for the kill and really getting in there really aggressively, which is what they're really known for. But then just like that, GAIJIN Invicta does get this one, as we see Debbie here with the Sparrow absolutely doing such a good job getting rid of everyone coming in there. And right now XDG needs to go into that next hard point, which is going to be in Barracks and really try to go in there. But you can see on the map, everyone from XDG is spawning at the other side, and they're gonna have a difficult time to be able to actually get in there.
Okay, now let's see exactly how we will go on to see XDG pull this off. Barracks hardpoint number 4, picked up by GAIJIN Invicta. Yaki drops in for the quick contest, not allowing the side of GAIJIN to pick those points up. This is what you call perfection from the side of GAIJIN. Rosie drops in with the Sparrow, manages the takedown, and they will get those points. Just for the time being though, they need to equalize, and not only that, they need to hold on to the hard point and then drop in for the retake for Branch Road as well, because earlier they weren't really doing well at hardpoint number 1.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't doing so well. I feel like it's because they were coming off against a loose streak, but then now they finally have their rhythm and are doing so well. 91-80, that is not a large margin that you should be comfortable with, but at the same time, you can see so much of these girls are doing such a good job, and this hardpoint is going to keep getting contested, and they need to make that rotation off of that first hardpoint yet again, which GAIJIN Invicta will have that advantage of taking, and they need to let that go. XG needs to let go of that hardpoint and really just go and rotate, get those power positions going, but then you can see her Mia is going to be very difficult in that specific hardpoint with her Sparrow.
Yeah, boy, we need to step this up. Mia dropping in here. QQ9, 3 players into the White Warehouse, which means they want to fight for Branch Road. 3 players in White Warehouse, probably 2 will drop in for the objectives, but 2 cluster strikes being dropped into the Branch Road as well to prevent either side for picking up those points. They don't want to allow their opposition to take Branch Road, and neither do they want to step in. GAIJIN Invicta choosing to be the aggressors, but Consta will be able to shut them down. Sika drops in with the War Machine, just shutting down those players from GAIJIN Invicta each and every single time they step into the hard point for those points. And they will be going on to the command center in a bit as well, but Debbie will be able to put a full stop in Sika's War Machine gameplay. This is that comeback from GAIJIN Invicta, 104-105. The points have stopped, and we now need to go into hard point number 6 of this particular match, the hard point number 2 of the game, command center. Let's see if or not GAIJIN can continue impressing as Mia brings the VTOL into the game.
Oh, amazing pusher, but sadly wasn't able to actually get that. But then Ellen does have that X1 Goliath right over here, and it's going to spell trouble unless they actually get rid of him. But then she is low, and that was the push that they were supposed to get. And now it's looking very dire as Venice has that X1 Goliath as well, and they are spawning all the way at the very back, and this is a done deal. XDG is most definitely going to win this one, and all they need to do is just be keeping on that hill. But the cluster strike is down, and this is what they did need.
They got the cluster strike. They also got the Predator missile straight on the head of the XS1 Goliath. GAIJIN INVICTA picking up the points, but unfortunately Tokyo will get shut down. Consta getting those kills for XDG LXIX, and this is that final run. 10 more points in here, but the timer will actually run out. Will they go ahead and close this game off, or do they need another hard point? Yes, they will, and it will be the final fight at White Warehouse. Will GAIJIN INVICTA be able to pull this off? The answer is no, as XDG takes a well-fought. I'm just glad that nobody got disconnected. That only means they fixed the problem that they have. And this just might be the rise from the ashes. This is the greatest comeback setup to that A side, and then retake from the shower room. Or will we be seeing the side of GAIJIN INVICTA give all of those attacking rounds to XDG for a comeback later on? Let's see. Rosie once again positioning herself at the command center, spotting a couple of players running across, and then repositioning herself towards the end of the command center to spot out all of those accessing shooting range. This is what makes her one of the most lethal snipers at the Valkyrie Series B.
Now, Rosie, with that information, seeing all of that smoke grenades going off here and popping off in A now, she should give that information to her team that we should head over and rotate over here to Alpha. And now the bomb is going to be going down, and Consta with that sniper is proving to be lethal as well. We already know how good Consta is with the snipes, and also with Venice as well. That double sniper is going to be amazing. Afia with that amazing opening frag here, really setting the tone for this round.
Okay, now XDG dropping right back in. Afia with that takedown will be able to give her side a little bit off. A beautiful advantage as Rosie goes in for that snipe. One more opportunity, and she will not be able to take it because Ellen steals it away. GAIJIN INVICTA for victory number 1.
Wow, Rosie took that and turned everything around. That was supposed to be XDG's call. That was supposed to be their match, as we see Afia with those early picks. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough as Rosie absolutely popped off, having those 2 kills, AJ. And right now, the formation is going to be interesting. If it is a 2-1-2 situation here, one person is going to be here in tower. Now, that is a really, really good positioning, I can really say here by GAIJIN. And right now, oh, Rosie gets to have the back end of the bullet.
Ooh, Consta this time responding. That was a sniper on sniper action. Consta slightly better on those quick reactions. XDG LXIX one lady advantage in here. Tokyo KRM 1 shot 1 kill. Sika right outside, but she is hiding right behind the console where you plant the bomb, which is impregnable. Oh, a quick grenade dropping through. Devi with a double kill with the chopper. XDG 2 ladies down. Ellen will get shut out by Consta. Devi will drop right back. This is the chopper gameplay, but Sika from so far away. Man of war in the hands of a woman, just too deadly as XDG will pull 1 point back.
Man, that was a very unfortunate thing to happen for GAIJIN, because they at some point you thought they were actually going to win that round, but brilliance in the form of a ladies team, XDG, definitely responded so well, especially having Rosie down so early in the round and Consta being such a force to be reckoned with. Now, it's going to be important for Rosie to really have these shots and not miss any single one of them, but Venice does get that pick off of Tokyo, and it's going to be difficult for GAIJIN to keep pushing through, knowing that a shotgunner is going to be down.
Wow, I love this, man. XDG LXIX, they already have studied Rosie. They have studied GAIJIN INVICTA. They have studied exactly how GAIJIN INVICTA has been taking firing range. They picked firing range not because they are amazing at it. They picked firing range because they know GAIJIN loves firing range. They picked firing range because they know they have already read all of GAIJIN's gameplay. The first fact of the matter is, when the game opens, instead of running through guerrilla base and accessing shooting range, they use that shower room, and that gives them so much of an opening, not allowing Rosie to take those first few frags. And Rosie is the damage dealer as far as GAIJIN INVICTA is concerned. If XDG can keep this up, they might just be able to steamroll over GAIJIN here, Beef.
Yep, exactly. And right now we are seeing a rotation, a full-on rotation here in Bravo, which proves to be a little bit difficult for them as Mia does throw that thermite, knows that everyone's going to be there, and the information does come in, and we can see here, one girl, Tokyo, is going to be coming in from the flank, coming in from that, and Mia does get that opening frag.
Oh, unfortunately, she doesn't get the follow-up. Consta will shut it down with a beautiful snipe. Devi drops it, Man of War. And this time it's going to be GAIJIN INVICTA bringing in all of the pressure. Ellen, unfortunately, gets Consta, but will get shut down immediately. Tokyo, back-to-back takedown. And GAIJIN INVICTA. This is the rampage that we were looking for.
Yep, exactly. Tokyo was definitely the playmaker in that match, having to circulate all the way at the back, coming in from B-long, really going for that backstab really was the end of XDG. And now they are doing the same thing, trying to be aggressive over here in Bravo. I'm not quite sure if this is the right thing to do, but they do get that.
Afia gets the slide on Mia and the takedown. QQ9. Yaki gets it as well, but immediately shut down by Rosie's snipe. It's gonna be a 4-on-3. GAIJIN INVICTA, they are on the losing end. Rosie should be able to get a kill here if she is patient enough, but if she's not too careful, the side of GAIJIN can lose this. Now, this is the problem with the bomb on Sika. All 4 players at Bravo. They will be able to get the plant on warehouse number 4. Devi gets the kill, but unfortunately not able to capitalize with the 2Ps and will get shut down by Sika. Tokyo with an opportunity, no KRM, but she still gets the kill and then recovers, but not enough time, and she will get shut down by Sika. Rosie with the 2-on-1 opportunity. This is the sniper in her hands, the golden snipe bot Rosie. What can she do, B?
Well, the only thing she can do is to get another gun, and hopefully she does find that, but then all she has is a sniper and that little karambit, and it's going to be very dire. She needs to go pick up that gun, and yes, she does. The Man of War is the perfect gun to actually get that. She needs to go for a fake defuse, which she doesn't really do. She goes in for the kill, but then it's going to be difficult for her to do so, AJ. She almost had it in the bag. She should have had that fake defusal, even though they know it's going to be coming from that. It's going to be difficult for her to actually go and really have that, but unfortunately, she didn't go for that fake defusal, and they were just positioned there really, really well.
Okay, now let's see exactly what we will be able to find from GAIJIN INVICTA. Yes, they take the attacking round. Consta with that beautiful jump shot, but unable to capitalize. And now her position has been invaded. XDG needs to fall back. GAIJIN INVICTA will push up as Ellen gets a takedown. Sika will be able to trade her out immediately, but Rosie right back in that. This is just back and forth from the 2 sides, and it ends up in a 3-on-3. Consta with the snipe on the slide, but she doesn't get the takedown with the quick scope. Yaki with the opportunity turns around. Devi this time a little too fast with the Man of War. Are we going to be able to see Devi get the clutch? She does get the second kill as well, this time on Consta, leaving just Venice in here. GAIJIN INVICTA with the bomb. Devi hasn't planted yet, but Venice should be able to catch a quick scope, but doesn't, and this might just be over for the side of XDG.
Nice work.
What a beautiful response by GAIJIN INVICTA, not really going and rushing to plant the bomb, needing to know where Consta was with that one, and it's going to be interesting how they actually do this with the bomb. I think they're maybe going for an A push here, because, well, nope, they're going for that Bravo. Maybe that can be a little bit costly because they know that Bravo worked for them, and having that knowledge may be a little bit dire. Maybe that's the same mistake that they might actually get. And here we go, Consta with a kill!
Kill from Consta with a jump shot as well, Beef. Absolute perfection for XDG as they take an amazing round against GAIJIN INVICTA.
That is what I'm saying. Now that is the predictability, if that is even a word, that I was talking about. They were too predictable. They knew that GAIJIN was going to go for that push off of Bravo, and now knowing that they didn't really win in Bravo, they're going to go push for A, and that is the mistake that GAIJIN really made. They were lucky that that Bravo push was really good, and Consta really missed all of those sniper shots that first time. But again, I told you, I keep telling everyone, if you give Consta another shot after she misses that first time, now that is your mistake already, and that's what happened. That double collat jump shot, sheesh, that was absolutely amazing, AJ.
Okay, Rosie trying to position herself to take the shooting range for her team. Two players will be in front of her. Rosie with the approach right now. She needs to be a little careful because just the way she was spotting through the cracks of the boards, the same is being done by Venice on the other side. But XDG will now pull away, which gives Rosie the advantage of this position. Rosie has already managed to invade the side of shooting range, which has opened up the possibility of a plant for GAIJIN INVICTA. Let's see if or not they will drop in real quick. Yaki just on the horizon, waiting for a move from GAIJIN to strike. Mia takes down Sika to open up this round, babe.
Hey, that was a very interesting push here by XDG, going through mid and really going through that barracks hut, but I'm not quite sure if it was like a smart move as we see here. It was traded though by Venice, but it's going to be difficult for him to actually go here as Mia is going to... I don't know if they communicated well that Mia is still in barracks hut, and what Mia should do right now is to kind of back off because they know that she is going to be there, but going against the sniper, sheesh, AJ. It is a tiebreaker situation.
Yeah, in that round, awesome shot by Maya. I did not expect Mia to be able to take this match against XDG in such a fashion. GAIJIN INVICTA pulling off all stops in here, and they're doing it well. Consta positioning herself for a double kill once again. Trophy system with that shot, but nobody home this time round, and she'll back away. She has not lost the position this time round. Tokyo with the quick invade after the smoke, which will allow her a lot of space into XDG's home, but she does not capitalize. Tokyo, one more opportunity, but she gets spotted out by Yaki. Yaki traded out by Ellen, and this is the back and forth that we are talking about, which is so good between XDG as well as GAIJIN INVICTA. And Sika will be lost as well. GAIJIN with the advantage. They have the bomb. They need to plant at warehouse number 4. Let's go, B.
Ooh, Devi with that amazing 2-piece. Now that one played really well for her. Consta with the hit marker. Oh, wow. Now you are very lucky to not have died with that snipe, AJ. And with this pinch push, I'm not quite sure if this is going to work out for them. I think what Consta and Venice need to do is to stick together, and maybe it is looking good for them right now. But they really need to go for that play. But Venice, I think it's working for them.
Oh, absolutely. Rosie Devi taken down. It is just one player left in here. Mia, what can she do? QQ9 action, 13 seconds more. She just needs to play for time. But here comes the bat. And she gets taken down by a pistol. 2-on-1 numbers game. And XDG will get point number 5.
Now that's the thing. Mia could have just played for time, yet she pushed in aggressively. She still had a lot of cover to play with. She could have just played for time and really just had that pressure, really put that pressure on XDG. And Consta and Venice already know that Mia is probably going to do that, but she didn't. She went in for the kill, knowing that she has at a disadvantage, but hopefully they don't really commit the same mistake. But here we go, a misread by LXIX. None other than GAIJIN INVICTA goes for that plant off of Bravo. I think they're going to be able to get that plant, and having this information that Bravo is going to be, occupied, they need to go for that rotation.
Okay, now let's see exactly how does XDG take this back away from them. It's a 5-on-5 situation. Bomb has been planted. 40 seconds on the clock right now. Rosie with the power position should be able to take that one shot, but moves her cursor right at the very last minute. Devi as well making that mistake. Sika on the shutdown. Now with the smoke and the quick invade, but it will be Rosie and Tokyo back-to-back getting a couple of kills for themselves. A 3-on-3 situation this boils down to, as Mia will bring it to the side of GAIJIN INVICTA. And we may just see this go to round number 11 as GAIJIN INVICTA pulls it back and 5-5. But the problem is XDG with the advantage of the bomb in round 11.
Now that was absolutely beautiful, and that misread was very dire for XDG LXIX. They thought that, okay, since Bravo doesn't work out for them, Venice with that opener. Oh no, AJ, this is gonna be really hard for GAIJIN to do.
Yeah, Rosie's just way too predictable in this game. Are we going to be able to see her change up the ways she take her defensive positions? Well, if she doesn't, she's just going to get taken down by the likes of XDG again and again. This is a 5-5, 35 seconds on the clock. This time round, it is GAIJIN INVICTA who needs to take the spot back. But the problem is they are one woman down. Ellen with the opportunity, but shut down by Yaki. Sika will go on to to kill Devi off as well. And Yaki takes Tokyo out of the equation. Gaijin Mia out as well as XDG will take game. That just do in Gaijin Invicta in the next match. But what a well-fought game from the side of Gaijin. Devi, a well-deserved MVP, I'll say, Beef. She has, so many highlights if you do not have amazing teamwork, Beef.
Exactly, you are definitely right. And with Laundry, you need to get that one if you want to go for that heavy defense off of Bravo, and also seeing anyone who wants to infiltrate here in Alpha. And again, it's going to be important for all of these girls to get into those positions and really get those power positions. And seeing all of this, it's going to be a really quick rotation here in Bravo. And we can see here all of the girls from XDG LXIX already going in for that Bravo infiltration.
Okay, now let's see if or not XDG will be able to pick this up. All of the players from XDG flushed out, which means they should be able to pick Bravo up. Gaijin Invicta with such an early triple cap. And this was something XDG did not expect. But at the same time, XDG should be able to cap Charlie as well as Alpha. And that's what happens, Gaijin, when you put all of your eggs into one basket.
Yep, exactly. And for that miscommunication that we had here, I feel like Tokyo should have just said, okay, let's head on over to Charlie. There was only one person there, and yet all of the girls from Alpha are actually XDG LXIX. But then again, Tokyo with that solo takedown here in Alpha, AJ, this is very important for them to do. Now, that was a really good distraction gameplay, and you see here, they still have 2 points, and we can already see how Gaijin, how well they really play here in Raid.
Okay, Ellen, QQ9, look at the position she has taken up, man. How did she even get up there? And she will be able to just shut down all of the players from XDG because nobody is looking up. That is the problem. When you are the biggest bird in the sky, when you are the biggest predator in the sky, you don't look up. And that's the mistake being made by XDG, allowing Gaijin Invicta to hold on to that Bravo point. Yaki trying to make the difference as she will go in for that Prowl. So far, Alpha as well as Bravo locked down by Gaijin Invicta for this fight. Are they going to be able to survive? Because here comes XDG, biting, clawing, scratching, and they might be able to reverse that triple cap that Gaijin got so early on in the game.
Oh, wow, what a beautiful takedown here, and with the response of XDG LXIX. But we do see here a Charlie takedown by just one person, and Rosie is going to be able to actually get that. The defense is too strong here by Gaijin Invicta, and XDG always have to play catch up with this one. They're doing such a good job, but then again, I think Bravo is going to be occupied yet again. As we can see here, Venice is going to be able to actually get that. This is what we're saying here. Do not overpush, and they were able to actually do that, and especially winning all of those gunfights. You do not leave an open door like that for XDG, or else they will come busting in. But then just like that, Gaijin Invicta actually with the response, doing amazing defense as well, really catching up to them.
Okay, Ellen, QQ9 on the approach in here. Will Gaijin be able to hold on to their lead? That Bravo touch is coming in from XDG. As Zika will drop in with a chopper as well. A two-lady takedown. Will she be able to hold it? She does. But at the very last moment, Devi will slay her. And that Bravo pickup for Gaijin Invicta. They will be able to clear those markers off, but losing Charlie is not part of the plan. Immediately reversing out Alpha and the prevention from Sika. War freaking machine. But Gaijin Invicta will be the first ones to reach that halfway point mark.
Yes, sir. And you know what? The second round is where it's going to be crazy. All the cluster strikes are going to be going down. The XS1 Goliaths. Everything is going to be pushed down, especially from Gaijin Invicta, knowing how well, if they lose this one, they will lose the series and the tournament. And Devi being such an amazing defense here, but they weren't able to actually get that one. They really need to go for that push here in Alpha, like what they did a while ago, because that really worked out for them, AJ.
Okay, now Gaijin Invicta, they have already gotten our first half. To be able to pull the exact same off isn't gonna be too impossible. Here Tokyo goes on a solo Bravo push, unfortunately unable to cap it. Why? Because of that laundry room takeover. Now if you don't go in for the pickup, Bravo on the whole is going to be quite difficult. Devi with the beautiful takedown on Consta with the FHJ should be able to set up her trophy system and then make the approach for the capture as well. Doesn't get it, and the shutdown will come through. GAIJIN Invicta, no matter what they try, XDG a small little step ahead, beef.
Yep, exactly. I hope they really go for that Charlie push and also that Alpha push right now. They need to go for that distraction gameplay, but then just like that, I think they're still really focusing their efforts here in Bravo. What they need to do is really get a hold of the power positions, and they're really having a hard time for that, and only one person is only actually able to get all of that, which is going to be Devi and Mia. Mia with that beautiful kills over here, AJ.
Yeah, she swapped over. There was, I believe, a chopper in her hand and then quickly switched over to the QQ9 to be able to take down those two players. Now a double cluster strike from XDG and a single one from GAIJIN Invicta. And that will be enough to prevent the pickup for the team of XDG. Are we going to be able to see them go in for this Bravo or Charlie play? So far, it has been such a convincing run from GAIJIN, but the comeback gameplay is not too impossible. XDG is just trailing by about 30 points in here, B.
Yep, exactly, and 30 points is still pretty easy to get, especially if you're gonna want to get that triple cap here. And we see here also Mia gets the prevention here, AJ. Really prevents them from getting that XS1 Goliath, but eventually they do.
Yep, eventually they do indeed, Charlie. But then Mia brings right in a VTOL into the game. Is it going to be enough for the shutdown? FHJ coming through. She manages to get one bullet out of the way, but the second FHJ takes her out. And unfortunately, it will now be a Fiesta to Rampage with the XS1. But Rosie puts a stop to that XS1 Goliath. 130 to 98 in here right now. This is the final push coming in from GAIJIN Invicta. Tokyo on the prowl, not even going in for the defense on Bravo. She just wants to hunt, gets the slice with the katana, and will be on the prowl as well right after. 139 to 103. If XPG doesn't get a triple cap now, they are done and dusted as far as this game is concerned.
Yep, there is no comeback here from XDG LXIX. They will have most definitely a difficult time to do that. 146 and 107. All they need to do is actually just go for that defense, and Devi will be there. And I feel like for this round, GAIJIN Invicta, absolutely very possible for them to actually get that fight. But knowing how GAIJIN is doing so well here, and we already know that Raid really is their map, they really perform very well here. And especially with a team like XDG, beating a team like that, not that much of a play here. And here we go. We are at Mother Russia, AJ, and it's going to be not cold, but very, very hot.
Niet, it is. I know like they called Niet. It is going to be Mia with a quick thermite to warm things up in this map. It's not going to melt the snow though, as Ellen will drop in for those couple of points in the hard point. But Afia will just arrive right after. Are we going to be able to see GAIJIN Invicta come in with a response? Devi should be able to get this with the PowerPoint chopper hold, unless one of the players from XDG go in for the backstab. Here comes that tremendous gameplay from GAIJIN Invicta. It's just going to be back and forth, all out chaos on this map.
Yep, exactly. And right now, we're actually seeing a response from GAIJIN Invicta. They're doing so well with this hold, and right now, they're actually going to be able to get that hard point. But then, just like that, they lose it, and it's going to be difficult for them to actually hold a hard point like this P1. P1 is always going to be the most open in any map, but then we can see here, XDG will have the advantage of their spawn for having that second hard point and really, really gaining all of those points. Now, that's what they need. Now, the defense needs to come in here with XDG, and I believe they're going to get most of the points that they need here.
Ooh, Tokyo, beautiful KRM takedown. Are we going to be able to see her pick up these hard points? Yes, they will, because Tokyo's just flushing out these players, but she will drop out for a moment to get killed, and then XDG is in that hard point. The players from GAIJIN Invicta right outside of the House of Fear, dropping outside just to clear out all of the pressure but it's so fast-paced and back and forth that the points are just gonna continuously change and swap hands. Are we gonna be able to see those defenders by Ellen? I can't say defenders as in plural, there's just a singular defender in here, Ellen. If Ellen can drop into this hard point, pop her defender, she's gonna be able to block out a very clear entry point and then focus in all of your gunshots towards the rest of the areas. And XDG should be able to, GAIJIN should be able to pull off an amazing hardpoint, right? But we don't really see that play coming in from GAIJIN just yet, B.
Yep, exactly. But right now, the spawns are in their favor, and Devi is going to be that Slayer up in there outside. But then, it is going to be an easy infiltration here by XDG LXIX, and with sticking with that chopper being a really amazing threat to the GAIJIN girls. And right now, she is going to be able to get taken out by Rosie. Now, that was very interesting to see, as Rosie doesn't really quite die from that War Machine. And right now, that rotation here off of this second floor, this is what they really wanted. Tokyo is going to be getting all of those kills, 9 kills to her name. Now, this is one of the most important players that GAIJIN has. Tokyo has really good IQ, really amazing game sense here.
Oh, XDG should be able to hold on to the hard point now. It is under heavy contest. 2 players from the side of GAIJIN dropping in. But the numbers game, XDG should be able to win this. They will go in for the fight. Mia drops in with the Sparrow, a double kill. And Devi gets a double for herself as well. The Sparrows are just popping up for the side of GAIJIN Invicta, which allows them to pick those hard points up. 12 more seconds in there. And XDG steps right back in. 53 to 60. Almost nothing in between the two teams. GAIJIN Invicta for the fight to push this into match number 5, and they equalize those points before we get a reset on the hard point.
Ooh, what an amazing push here by XDG. They did such an amazing job, but then the push and the play needs to go here for P4. It's going to be a very open map. It's going to be a very open hard point, and they really need to make all of those cluster strikes really go down for this one. Tokyo, yet again, being such an amazing player for her team, really making those essential plays, and they do get a hold of that hard point. Now, this is where all of the cluster strikes, the XS1 should start pouring in, and right now, it's going to be a going to be really amazing here with her guns as well.
Okay, shock RC, but a little too late, and she will not be able to perform. Zika! With that sick chopper action up from top, she will be able to hold that hard point for her team by controlling the second floor of this house. Are we going to be able to see the side of GAIJIN Invicta come back in for a response? Yes, they do. Consta with the KRM just wrecks them, 89 to 75. GAIJIN Invicta will fall back by just a little bit, but not by too much. They can still make a comeback in here, but here we go. The hard points have gone in for a hard reset. We are at P1. All of a sudden, GAIJIN Invicta will fall back even further. Where is that comeback game, right?
Well, we don't really see any kind of response here by GAIJIN Invicta, but here we go. The cluster strike is going down, but a little bit too early yet, I think, because no one is going to be stepping in that hard point, which is sad because that was kind of a waste of a hard point if you don't have a teammate that's actually going to be going down there. And here we go. This is what XDG is doing right. They put down that cluster strike, having a Fia there all safe and having all of that gunfight.
Both of those cluster strikes coming out, and GAIJIN Invicta will be forced to pop yet another, not allowing either side to pick these points up because of those cluster strikes. And now this is a stalemate. Neither side picking up those points. XDG finally dropping in, and they should be able to control the final 10 seconds in here. Scrap points at this map are not so scrappy. You need each and every little bit of it. What was that defender, Ellen? As she pops it out, she blocks no doors. Sika drops in her VTOL, but gets shut out immediately. XS1 Goliath unable to take Devi out for most of the time, and now they will drop in GAIJIN Invicta. And this is that comeback gameplay. How long will they hold it, Beef?
Devi needs to go out of the way. She needs to go hide and just be in a corner, or else she will be taken out. She is the only one that's keeping everyone alive. And Tokyo, yet again, this is what I'm saying. Tokyo is being such an amazing player for their team, and Devi just having that real amazing game. They need to go for that push and really get and steal that XS1 Goliath, and they do get to grab that steal, AJ.
Tokyo slays. One more shot in there. Let's go. It's GAIJIN INVICTA. Hey, they lose the hard point even if they have the XS1 Goliath. What is going on? XDG right now, they are just rampaging all over GAIJIN INVICTA. Nobody's picking up those hard point. XDG will be able to step back in there, but it's 2 more seconds. GAIJIN INVICTA wants to control the next hard point with 2 XS1 Goliaths. Is this gonna be possible? Ellen with that drop, and then FHJ just does not manage to pop off to take her down. And this is perfection. If GAIJIN manages to pull this off, it's game over, Beef.
They did that on purpose. They left that hardpoint so they can be settled over here in this next hardpoint. And right now, they will have a hard time infiltrating, knowing that there are 2 XS1 Goliaths in the area, having another XS1 Goliath on their own. But no, with the defusal, with the protection.
Yeah, boy, it is going to be none other than Rosie that drops that FHJ onto the XS1 of XDG. It's 124 to 126 so far. It's so close. Just 2 points between them. Consta coming back in here for the contest, and it's going to be XDG on the hard point. This is that close off. A double cluster strike being laid up by GAIJIN INVICTA at the front and the back of the house, but that is going to be a little bit too late because nobody's flushing out the hard point. Finally, it is done, but is it going to be too late? Because this is 129 to 139, and this next hard point, this is going to be all out brawl for the two sides, B.
Yep, this is not comfortable at all, and whoever gets out this hard point will definitely get all that, especially with another XS1 Goliath over here by GAIJIN INVICTA, but a cluster strike does go down here by XDG LXIX. But it's going to be amazing if they actually get the step up here, in Consta being such an amazing one for her squad, as 2 more points is going to be needed. 1 more point, and here we go, AJ. We are going to be seeing XD.
A quick look at the breakdown of that match. MVP. Oh my goodness me. Sika, how many MVPs today is this lady going to pull off for herself, babe?
Well, apparently she wants to get everything, as she is actually going to be able to get all of those kills. 39 kills to her name. Absolutely crazy gameplay here. But on the other side, we have GAIJIN Mia with 30 yet again. Now, all of these girls did so well. At some point, I didn't know who was going to win. And that cluster strike was the winner for that one. And unfortunately, I think they didn't have enough on their artillery and to have and really take down that cluster strike as well. They didn't have a cluster strike of their own, but they did have that XS1 Goliath, and sadly they couldn't even step in there, and that was such an amazing push with both of these teams. Nonetheless, they did such an amazing job. And now let's take a look at the results and what really went down in today's matchup with XDG LXIX against GAIJIN INVICTA. We have 150 to 111 for the hard point and 6 and 5 for search and destroy.
Yep, 108 to 150, and GAIJIN INVICTA pulls Raid back into the pocket, but at Nuketown, they were annihilated by XDG LXIX. Now, there was a couple of mistakes that I spotted from GAIJIN INVICTA that I just didn't agree with, right? That final 2 cluster strikes that they popped out at the entrance as well as, you know, the back door of the house that they were in, unfortunately, just was not the right decision. That was an absolute waste of 2 very important score streaks that they could have opened up at that very final hard point that they lost the game on. Imagine this, right? There was just 1 cluster strike from the side of XDG. If GAIJIN INVICTA didn't waste their 2, it would be them picking up all of those points, Beef.
Yeah, exactly. They really got all of their operator skills, all of their score streaks up in that P3 in that house. And sadly, you even brought it out in a place where it's very sheltered. And that's the reason why it didn't work out for them. They should have just saved it. They had 2 XS1 Goliaths over there. It was overkill to put 2 cluster strikes on both ends. And it didn't even work out as well. And that's where you find where, okay, they used all of what they had